praises to Yahweh, Hashem Yahweh Shah, Hashem Kakadash. Yahweh been the name of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shah been the name of His only begotten Son, who the ignorant called Jesus Christ.
You're suited to be commander of this here vessel. The natural order of things, you might say.
Yes. Yes, I could understand that, I suppose.
Myself, I think it's good for them. Us taking them like that. They're the better off for it, sir.
I'm not quite sure I understand that part, Mr. Slater.
One thing, there's Christianity, sir. We're bringing them to a Christian land. It's got to be better for them than that heathen Allah they got with them now.
Now, that's the first lie. You see, Esau talking about bringing people to a Christian land, and they supposed to be some Hamite Muslims. See, that's the lie of the slave master. It did not come from your Christian church. They didn't come up with the theology and the scriptures brought out that they was these things. Your slave master, he started this lie. Oh, we gonna bring these Negroes over here from that dang continent we named after ourselves called Africa. After Africanus, Scipio Africanus, one of our generals, our Edomite generals, and we gonna bring them over here to this Christian land ran by the Christians, and they not gonna be no Hamite Muslim worshiping the pagan god. See, a dang gonna lie. See, and then they brought this out in 1977. 1969, you had the Israelites starting the school in One West. See, so these people that stole the Holy Land, they over there plotting and planning on paying these Negroes on their Hollywood rant propaganda witchcraft system to push this crap on all the Negroes in the projects in 1977. They had been going strong for 7 years with the One West situation, but Abba Bibbins then wrote a book in the 50s. During the whole 60s, Abba Bibbins' book was operating and being distributed out. See, telling the Negroes that y'all was the children of Israel. So these dragons probably seen the progress of it, and now they want to push this propaganda. Let's pay some of these Hollywood actors and these Negroes we gave some money. Let's pay them to go out there and say y'all some freaking Hamite Africans. Let's listen to another lie of the slave master.
That's the first thing. Second thing is, they're probably saving them from being eaten by their own kind. They do that, sir. Cannibals, all of them.
Well, as I said before, Mr. Slater, below decks, you're the expert.
See, the dragon, he ain't no expert. He just another dragon running his mouth, because these Negroes will believe this crap, man. These Negroes sat up there and believed it. When you had Abba Bibbins, Ariyah, and Musha in the One West in New York City pushing the truth. See, they was pushing the truth in the 70s in New York City. Then you had them starting to get microphones and cameras and starting to videotape stuff during the 80s, during the 90s. But during all of this time, these dragons was pushing this roots on the people. Y'all, the root where y'all come from is over there in Africa with them Hamites walking around with the ladies with the titties hanging out and walking around naked like some stern heathens, believing in some Muslim mess, some Arab religion, with the Arabs forced you Negroes to you blackies, the Arabs forced y'all to be Muslims and worship they God Allah or whatever God they had, and we bringing y'all to this Christian country. Because if we would have left you over there, you would have been eating each other. See, this is the kind of mess your slave master come up with, and you want to believe it. When the Bible did not say none of this. See, the Hamites was never gonna have no anything going on but to help us put these dragons into slavery. See, but this is what Negroes will sit up and believe the lies of their slave master, man. Now let's get it straight from Joel. Joel lets you know that this Bible is about slavery. This Bible is not about all this crap that these Christians pushing out of their mouth. See, but everybody in that done read the Bible and dealt with this uh theology of the Bible, they try to get an understanding. And they go to the so-called white man and his Christianity and his so-called theologians and his so-called experts, which we just heard a fool who thought he was an expert spew a bunch of foolishness. And when you go into Joel, it tells you what the Bible is about. It says, "For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem." Judah and Jerusalem going into slavery, that is what the Bible is about. That's the greatest piece of history in the modern day. That's the greatest piece of history in the ancient days with Babylon, Nebuchadnezzar, the Egyptians, the Hamite African, putting the Judah and his brethren into slavery. That's what the history shows. Not no freaking Hamites doing anything or going through anything, but putting the Israelites into slavery under the Egyptian and Babylonian slavery situation. Then you have these dragons. See, they took the Israelites once again, but they didn't put them in captivity themselves. They put they behind in on these in a line of 300 to 500 in chains and served them up to the devil, the dragon, to the belly of the beast. You can go to Africa and you go to there's three ports, the door of no return they call it. Three slave ship ports that these African Hamite kings were sitting up there sending the Israelites to these dragons. And it's Bible prophecy. Now, all of these Christians, they'll go talking about the second coming of the Lord, and they gonna go to Revelation 16 and talking about Armageddon. Then they gonna come to Joel chapter 3, verse 2. That's what they gonna do. The valley of Jehoshaphat. That's what they gonna do. But they not understanding. See, that's why in Isaiah 28 or 29 it say the book was sealed. Even though they learned parts of the book is sealed to these dragons because they don't want to accept that they are the devil. Now, when you go into verse 2, it talks about the nations being gathered in the valley of Jehoshaphat, Armageddon, because Megiddo is in the valley of Jehoshaphat. That's where the Armageddon come from, Megiddo. And so when you go into why was these nations being gathered, look at what it said. And will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. So they stole the homeland. See, by 1977, when this Roots mess came out, they had done stole the homeland in 1958, and they had done scattered the Israelites on slave ships. They was not going to no freaking Gambia and grabbing no freaking Hamites. They went to the west coast of Africa. It was not no Gambia. It was Benin. It was Nigeria. It was all of these other places. Freaking Gambia, man. Then when you go to verse 3, it say they cast lots for my people. See, they were sitting around selling these Negroes and sending these Native Americans over there and selling them for money. See, they came over here, they started sending the natives that was over here to Spain. They were the first ones on the slave ship. Then when they went to the west coast of Africa, they started sending the kingdom of Judah. See, it was Judah, Benjamin, and Levi over there that had them fled into Africa during the time of when Jerusalem was seized by them Roman Edomites, and when they expelled the so-called Jews out of Europe, because in 1492 it was a major expulsion of the Israelites out of those northern European countries. That's why they had the cataclysm or whatever, where they destroy the pictures of all the Negroes and all the statues. Some of the statues they still left up, but a lot of the statues they knocked down, knocked the noses off of them, and all the paintings they went and whitewashed the whole operation. Edomite watched the whole operation. See, but that's how they got. That's how these women was being sold for wine, and the boys was being attacked by pedophile Edomites. That's how this was going down. Then look at verse 4. It tells you that the Hamites, the stinking Africans, them African kings over there, they were the ones that was selling the Israelites to the so-called dragon, the white man. It say, verse 4, ye and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon? See, I can type in Zidon right now. It's going to take me to Genesis chapter 10, and it's going to go right to the descendants of Ham, and Zidon going to be right in there. Tyre going to be right on in there. These are Hamite Africans. They was the ones selling the nation of Judah and of the rest of the Israelites. And they tried to take this and say it's somebody else. Now look at verse 6. Now verse 6 gonna name who they were sold to. It say the children of Judah and Jerusalem was sold unto the Grecians. Who was the Grecian? It's gonna tell you in the bottom of the verse. It's gonna tell you. Verse 19, it say Egypt shall be a desolation. And because Egypt means bondage, or let the land of bondage. See, the land of bondage is going to end up being a desolation. That's Exodus 20 and 2. It says, and Edom shall be the desolate wilderness, because these are these red dragons, the so-called white men, for the violence against the children of Judah, because they have shed the innocent blood in their land. See, this is why. This is who them Grecians was. They was Edomites. And the Grecians turned into Romans, some more Edomites. who had Yahweh Shah, who they English called Jesus Christ, they had him in Jerusalem as slave. That's why he say, pay Caesar things to Caesar. Because Caesar was the slave master, man. But you got these Negroes sitting up here believing a dragon. What a dragon got to say. Y'all was some Hamites. Y'all wasn't no Israelites. Y'all was Hamites selling each other and trying to eat each other. See, a drunk, redneck dragon. Who want to believe these hillbillies, man? Bunch of ignorant fools walking around in the woods with fatigue outfits, chewing tobacco, talking about somebody is eating each other. They out there hunting down deers and all kind of wild, crazy birds and pigs and crap, and eating anything moving, just like a Chinese person eating a bat and a nasty behind rat. See, all these folks are heathens, man. We wasn't walking around naked. We had a dress code. Women don't wear what a man wear, and a man don't wear what a woman wear. Women don't show your nakedness. See, don't look at the nakedness of your sister, your brother, your auntie, your daddy's wife. Don't look at the nakedness of your peoples, man. Nobody walking around naked. We was the Israelites. See, and these dragons, these niggas, will sit up there and believe these dang on dragons, man. You believe in the lies of your slave master. Now let's get that, because that's what's gonna cause the death of these fools. Now, first of all, let's identify this dragon. When you go in the well, there's Obadiah talk about them now, but when you go in the Habakkuk, it tells you about these dragons, and it say this in the end when he gonna be revealed. Verse 3, it say, for the vision is yet for an appointed time. This is the time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. See, in the end, he was gonna get exposed. These red dragons was gonna get exposed. These devils was gonna get exposed. These liars. It say, behold, verse 4, his soul which is lifted up, meaning he proud as hell, thinking because he got power and money, is not upright in him. Jump down to verse 5. Yeah, also because he transgressed by wine, transgressed by telling a bold-faced lie. He is a proud man. See, never keepeth at homes, rape, robbing, and murdering everything on the planet, who enlarges his desire as hell and is as death. See, he is the representation of death. See, everything he do leads to death. Anybody following him is going to lead to their death. It says, and cannot be satisfied. See, gluttony, America, full of gluttony, 80% obese. Move their companies to other people's lands, and the people become obese. See, but gather unto him all nations and heap unto him all people. America is the melting pot. This is the throne of the so-called white man. They got 5,000 military bases running up out of America. Russia, the enemy of America, which is their brother, he don't have but 30, maybe 15 military bases. These dragons got up to 5,000, man. Now, they're going to tell you they got 750 outside of America. But these dragons got 500. The Pentagon say they got 5,000. So, these dragons running the world, man. Ain't nobody competing with them. That's why they so freaking proud. But then, when you go to, because see now, this identify him as death. But see, this is what the Negroes who believe in these dragons, this is what the Lord said about them. It says, and death shall be chosen. See, most of these Negroes gonna be, that's why you had Cicely Tyson and Mahalia Jackson, whatever her name, Maya Angelou, she on him, they having Kunta Kinte in a tit, in a darn a haystack house made of grass. See, when we the one building everything on the earth. It says, and death shall be chosen rather than life. See, these Negroes gonna choose these devils, choose to believe the slave master who threw they behind on a slave ship. See, they gonna choose to believe what he got to say. You a Hamite Muslim from Africa. See, that's what they gonna believe. But rather than life, then listen to the Israelites on the corner and all through the internet telling them, you are the children of Israel. It says, all the residue of them that remain of the evil family, which remain in all the places. What places? Where they were scattered on them slave ships. Jamaica, Haiti, South America, Brazil. See, some in the UK. See, whether I have driven them, thus says the Lord of hosts. See, all these places, these Negroes gonna choose to believe they slave master who took them there on a slave ship. He gonna spew out of his mouth all kind of wicked lies. Oh, you a bunch of y'all was Africans and African Muslims, and we brought you to the Christians. We brought you to our land where we represent Christians in the Bible. No, you was the Israelites. That's why they had that Bible there, because the Bible is the ultimate voice of the Lord, and only we can understand the Bible because we know the Bible talking about us. It's not talking about no Hamite Egyptians and Babylonians. They was the enemy. They the ones sold us to y'all stinking behind. Wasn't talking about them walking around naked with all kind of stuff on the sticks on the penis and titties swinging and stuff. No, we didn't do that type of stuff, man. We was the ones with the morals on the earth, and we disobeyed the Lord, and He put us in just a part of His plan too, because people want to harp on that. Y'all disobeyed the Lord. No, the Lord made that situation go down. He that's our part of His plan. We was gonna be the fastest runner, and then we were gonna fall down. But guess what? We were gonna get right back up and be the fastest runner again and blow you niggas out the water. See, that's what His plan was. Y'all want to focus on y'all killed y'all Messiah, and then the Lord got rid of y'all. You a lie. See, you just want to be jealous because He chose us. But I'm gonna leave it there. Let's get the Revelation real quick before I close it out in Second Ezra. Section Ezra 6 and 9. It say, for Esau is the end of the world, not Jacob's brother. See, not Jacob who sitting around in slavery. He not his brother that looked like him from the same daddy, and they mingled amongst each other, and they both in slavery to the white man, but the white man not Esau. See, Esau just he hanging with Jacob and mingling with Jacob. No, that's a lie. Esau is ruling the world. He's the end of the world. And Jacob is going to be the beginning of the next world, the new earth and the new heaven. That's going to be Jacob's. See, and Esau, let's go ahead and get what Esau going to be doing. See, Esau going to be doing this. It say, he that leadeth in the captivity. Who led it in the captivity? The Arabs, the white man, and the African. Them niggas is going into slavery. Shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. See, we gonna be able to slaughter they behind if we want to. It says, here is the patience and the faith of the saints, the Israelites, not a red dragon or a Hamite or Arab. See, Ishmael, Ham, and Esau is not getting no kind of blessing. Only blessing they gonna get and reward they gonna get is to be a slave to the Israelites. See, that's what kind of reward you gonna get. But I'm gonna leave it there. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem Kakadash. Double honors to the elders pushing the truth. Peace of the elect worldwide, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Our kingdom is at hand. Shalom.